Hello guys, so back with me again, which I will explain here, which is what is relational database. So as I already mentioned before that we already talked about database, right now we want to talk more about relational database. So actually what is relational database, right? So relational database is a way where you can store a data in a structured tables and also define like a clear relationship between them. Okay, so we have some database that is a relational database, which is we have here is a Postgres SQL, and then we also have MySQL here. I think that this is the two relational database that commonly used by a company. Actually, the core idea is about tables. So you can say that a relational database will store your data like a tables here. For example, you want to store a users table, which is you can say this is an ID here, and then this is a name here, and then maybe you can store your emails too here. So actually this is a table for your users. This is the example of how you will store a data in the relational database. And then in the relational database, as its name also relational, so it can also have a relation to another tables. So for example, this is actually a users table, right? You have like an order table here. You can say this, you can have an orders table here, which you have a table that will store a data of an order that have been made. So you can have this is an order ID here, and then you can have a price here, total price, and then maybe for a quantity also here. You can also have a relation who is ordering this order. Actually, you can have this is the user ID. So this is a table. We're gonna look like this. So this user ID going to point this ID. So actually, you have a relation between the orders and then the users here. And then the other thing that is important in the relational database is keys. They have primary key and then they have a foreign key also, which key makes sure that the data is structured and also consistent. You can see this one, this ID is actually the primary key. And then for foreign key is actually this one. This one is foreign key. Which is this is going to be like foreign key. So the difference of a primary key and foreign key is the primary key is a unique identifier. So like ID in the users table is the unique identifier for users, and then this ID in orders table is unique identifier for orders. But for foreign key is a key that points to another table. So this is going to, the foreign key is user's ID. After we already see all of this, we have to not forget about the schema. Schema is actually the structure definition. Like you have this actually this ID and then this name and then this email. This actually the schema of the tables. So when you want to create the tables, you have to define the schema first, which you can use like a create tables, and then you will have to define what is data type of each column, and then after that you can use them. The last thing that you have to know is relational database having an ACID properties. That's why relational database is reliable. And the important thing of relational database is they have the ACID properties. And we want to talk more about what is ACID properties, so let's jump into the next video. We're going to talk more what is ACID properties and what is the use of ACID properties in the relational database. So that's all about relational database, and we're going to know more about it for the ACID properties in the next video. So see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.